I'm an eternal pessimist. I'm a doom and gloom guy. And I have never had more hope than I do right now. And it's because of people like yourselves. Each and every one of you for coming out here today. I thank you. People are angry. They're angry and they're energized. I start going to protests and people are like, this is my first time at a protest ever in my entire life.
Yeah, for sure.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I mean, on this side, at least on this side of the fence. We had people showing up to the house, calling in bomb threats. A guy confronted her in the front yard while she was raking leaves and threw a bag of dog shit on her. This is a 76-year-old woman who should be, enjoying her golden years. And, because of her son is outspoken and trying to tell the truth, she had to experience those things. And it's everybody in my family.
You said you traveled out of the country several times to go do interviews and stuff. So what did you learn that other countries, how they viewed that, what happened that day and how they view our country?
The first thing that I get from everywhere I go is there's a disappointment, again, because other countries look to us as the kind of the beacon of democracy throughout the world. They feel sorry for those of us that are kind of trapped in this moment, that don't have the immediate control to kind of rectify what's happening, which is all of us here in this room. There are countries like specifically Germany who see the parallels between 1930s Germany and the rise of fascism and Nazism and what we're experiencing in this country today. I know many of you have been coming out every Saturday for the past year to protest this administration's inhumane, unconstitutional, and unlawful policies, and standing up for your neighbors. People have really stood up all across this country. For those of you that might have participated in local No Kings 1 or No Kings 2 protests, No Kings 2, more than 7 million people across the globe participated in that protest, and it was the largest protest in the history of the United States of America.
You remember when Mr. Nels was talking about how it was about Capitol Police, and now let's give him a fuck him, fuck him, fuck him, fuck Trump. Appreciate what you're doing, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
I appreciate that.
His dad won't tell me where he is. He really needs so bad.
Come here.
I watched January 6th.
I appreciate
it
that.
happened.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Thank you. You're son of my prayers, so.
Thank you.
But, I thought it was important that people saw that, here I am, I'm just a cop, or was, telling the truth about what I experienced on January 6th. My testimony was under oath, and it was fact-based, and if it wasn't, I guarantee you Donald Trump would have fucking indicted me and had me fucking thrown in prison by now. The only thing that you can do is you can organize around it. All of these laws that are being passed to make it more difficult for Americans to vote, to gain access to polling places. This is an opportunity for us as Americans and in our communities to organize. If somebody's having a difficult time finding a place to get a passport because they need a passport because they don't have an ID card, create an organization or a group locally that'll assist people in doing that. If people have difficulty getting to polling stations, create an organization that's going to assist them in doing that. I mean, this is really the time in which community needs to step up and stand together and make sure that whatever they do, whatever they throw in our way to prevent us from exercising our right to vote, we counter that with equal effort. I hate that younger generations that feel similarly about the country are going to be deployed potentially to go and lose their lives. I think that we're going to war with Iran because there's some pretty strong evidence that Donald Trump raped little kids. To me, what was the kickoff for this alternative reality that we're experiencing when it comes to January 6th, and it was a congressional hearing. For those of you who may or may not remember, At that point, in the aftermath of January 6th, we were still in the midst of COVID times. And so all these hearings were being done remotely. And there was a representative, and his name is Andrew Clyde, and he's from Georgia. But he was the one that famously said, if you watch the video footage from January 6th, you would have thought it was a normal tourist day at the Capitol. Obviously, I was pissed off. My phone rang from dawn to dusk and beyond from colleagues, many of which I had never met, never spoken to in my entire life, that had gotten my number from another person who had gotten it from another person. And simply because at that point I had given several interviews, they were looking to me as, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? This is outrageous. How can they say this? I shouldn't have to say this, but these are people from all across the political spectrum. This idea that the Metropolitan Police Department or the U.S. Capitol Police Department are these radical leftist lunatic cops is utterly insane. The vast majority of the people that were fighting alongside of me in the Lower West Terrace Tunnel, I know most of them, and they are all supporters of the Trump administration at the time. I made the determination at that point to make a copy of my body-worn camera footage, give it to or leak it to the press. At that point in time, I had a friendship with Don Lemon from CNN, and I called him up and I said, hey, listen, like this, obviously this just happened. Andrew Clyde said this. I was like, he's like, do you want to go on the show? I was like, no, I don't want to go on the show. I want you to play my body-worn camera footage as much as you can, without commentary, just let it speak for itself. And so to their credit, they played, a lot of my body-worn camera footage. I think, more than 15 minutes of it without interruption. The things that I saw in the Lower West Terrace Tunnel on January 6, 2021 were some of the most selfless and courageous acts that I had experienced in my entire career as a police officer.
Growing up here in Kansas, I think we all know about cowboys a little bit. And a cowboy is somebody that stands up, works hard, puts in an honest day's work, goes home, takes care of those around him. But most importantly, a cowboy is somebody that looks the task in the face and says, no matter what, this job has to get done, so I'm going to do it. You're a cowboy, man. And we're actually getting a custom cowboy hat made for you, so I'm going to be shipping that to you.
Oh, yeah. Well. Shit, yeah.
You're bona fide now.
I know.
As somebody who served this country, I just want to say thank you for your service. There we go. And we give Mr. Fanone one last thank you.
I got to serve my hero's hands. Thank you very much.
You guys can come up here if you want. Yeah. We don't got to be in the rain.
How you doing? I was still let the head of my back. Do not be alarmed.
I just want to tell you all thank you. I've done a lot of these trips, and no, I'm sorry. It's my first time using one of these things. But,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of these trips, and Kansas hospitality is a real thing. Trips like this, getting out of Washington, D.C. and coming out across the country, that really do re-energize me. And so you guys are doing as much, if not more, for me than I think I could ever do for y'all. And I hope it encourages more people to get involved, especially young people. We're the ones that fuck this up, not them. We got to get them involved so that they hold down the fort when we're all 6 feet under. And thank you guys for coming out here, and it means a lot to me.